Voiceover script. YouTube 6 to 8 minutes 1050 to 1200 words. They told me my fossils were worthless. Just old bones buried in the dirt. But those bones ended up owning their entire luxury condo development. My name's Dr. Lucas Grant. Paleontologist. Broke. Underfunded. And digging on a quiet 5-acre patch of land my grandfather left me near Silver Brush, California. That land was my legacy, and maybe just maybe home to the biggest Eocene fossil bed ever found in North America. But that didn't matter to Margot Klein, the HOA president of the Silver Brush Heights Development Committee. She rolled onto my dig site in stilettos, flanked by architects and investors, and crushed a 40-million-year-old specimen with her heel. Science is cute. Dr. Grant, she said with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. But Silver Brush needs tax revenue. We're breaking ground in 2 weeks. I should have known something was wrong when she mentioned she knew my father. He was a geology professor who'd once blocked a dubious biotech project 2 decades ago, run by a young scientist named Margot Klein. She didn't just want my land, she wanted revenge. I explained the fossils were significant, that we needed time for a proper survey. She dismissed it like I was playing with dinosaur toys. Then came the kicker. Her map said part of her 100 condo project included land that was supposed to be mine. Panic set in. I dug out every deed, every map my grandfather had kept since the 60s. My friend Darren, an environmental lawyer, compared them to the current county records. Someone had altered the property lines. Someone with deep city connections. And that someone was Margot. We raced to the city council. I stood before a room filled with people wearing Progress for Silver Brush buttons. I showed them my documents. I told them about the potential scientific importance. Councilwoman Rachel Green barely looked up from her phone. This project has been approved, she said flatly. The boundaries match our records. I knew right then I was going to lose this in public. The system was rigged. Margot had the council, the city engineers, and even the local media eating out of her palm. They painted me as a bitter academic standing in the way of affordable housing. Only, these weren't affordable homes. These were $900. 000 condos for tech millionaires. That night, my excavation site was destroyed. My tools shattered. Fossils smashed. I found boot prints with the right construction logo, Margot's chosen contractor. We had video. Darren and I confronted their CEO. He pretended to know nothing until I played the footage. He went pale. Maybe some workers acted independently. Right. But that was just the beginning. Darren found out Wright Construction had been bankrupt 3 years earlier until Margot funneled millions into them through no-bid HOA contracts. Money was flowing from a mysterious offshore firm, Greenwall Holdings. A classic real estate laundering front. This wasn't about condos. This was about cleaning dirty money through land deals, and I was in the way. I started documenting everything. My story. The fossils. The destruction. My first video exploded online. Scientists backed me. Parents wrote in saying their kids were inspired by my fight. But Margot doubled down. She got me fired from my university teaching job. Threats followed. My lab ransacked. It got personal. It was personal. Then, a miracle. Thomas Wright, the construction aced out in secret. His daughter, a paleontology student, had seen my videos. She was ashamed of him. So he gave me everything. A USB drive with original land surveys, doctored maps, emails where Margot ordered the sabotage, even photos of briefcases full of cash labeled Margot's fund. I finally had proof. We filed in federal court fraud, environmental destruction, racketeering. This time, not in the local courthouse where Margot held sway, but in a federal district with no ties to Silverbrush. The judge granted an immediate injunction. Construction halted. The HOA panicked. Investors sued. Margot tried to flee, caught at a private airport with designer luggage and a fake passport. News cameras caught it all. She was arrested on the tarmac, heels clicking as the FBI cuffed her. Public sentiment flipped overnight. Inside her files, we found more. Bribes. Forged board meeting minutes. A city councilman who sold his land below market in exchange for a free unit in the condos. All of it unraveled like a rotten rug. Eventually, a federal court not only returned my land but awarded $15 million in damages. Since the HOA was broke, part of their half-built condo project became mine. We turned the skeleton of their failed project into something real, a fossil museum and field lab. School kids now walk the very ground Margot tried to bury under concrete. We named the new species we found Fosteria silverbushi after my grandfather. Funny, isn't it? She tried to erase my family's legacy. But in the end, it's the only thing that will be remembered. What would you have done in my shoes? Ever had to fight a corrupt HOA or city council? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more unbelievable real-life stories. Because sometimes truth really is stranger than fiction.